Alright, weekly update time. It's been 6 days, but I'm going to recapture my Wednesday time frame here. Well, first off, I wanted to show you my strawberries here are actually starting to bloom. Can you see that? And there's a few more back here. So hopefully I'll get some berries off of those. These are really coming back. Even this one, which I thought might be dead, was coming back here. See the two sprouts there? And then there's this one. You probably can't see it. So at least 3 of those plants are coming back. And there's my sun gold tomato, which I potted up yesterday because it was getting too big for its britches. Alright, making the rounds now. There's purple cayenne 1. And purple cayenne 2. Yeah, that's my Pero orange sweet, which it's doing okay, I guess. It's getting bigger, but I was worried about it getting edema for a while. It had a few spots on the bottom. The purple cayenne's fluffing up. I repotted that. Let me do a panoramic view here. I repotted most of these yesterday. Last night I finished up with what soil I had down here. Well, there's my 2 red ricotos. They were a little bit averse to being repotted, and they needed to be watered. This one especially was really wilted. You can see it's kind of sad. There's my other Eximium, and number 1 Eximium is way in the back. I'll get to that shortly. So there's the ricotos. And here's my 3 Tio in this L shape, or the upside down L shape here. They liked being repotted. They didn't suffer shock from that. Oh, sorry, this is my TC07246. I should have done that one a while ago. So I did that one. The other one was the edema had infiltrated the whole stem, and it was really flimsy and mushy, and leaves were falling off it all the time, and it was constantly wilted. So I killed that one. It was only like 2 inches tall still. So here's both my Corycidicomes. I'll here. This one's got tons of flower buds on it. You can't really see them. They're really small, but there's a lot of them. There's probably a couple dozen. So I'm expecting this one to be a heavy producer come summertime. Here are both my Apaches now. You can see those got quite bigger since last week. Okay. And my orange Cheyennes I'll showcase here. Well, you can't really see it, but this plant got hit with edema pretty bad. This one a little bit too, but not nearly as bad. So yeah, there's my Cheyennes. And here are my Pimientos. They needed to be repotted for a while. As you can see, the leaves are really coming back, especially on that one and that one. This one too, it's just the smaller of all the plants. And these are both my Anaheims, getting bigger. And looking along here, there's my 3 monkey face and my Hungarian black. Oh, that's my black trifly tomato, which has not really gotten all that much bigger. It's okay. And my elephant's trunk was really starting to get a lot of leaf curl, so I replanted that one yesterday too. Pretty much all of the annuums down here I redid, except for the ones you see in the cups, of course. Oh, that's my other monkey face. And here's both my bird's eye. Those are arguably my healthiest annuums now. I classed them as annuums. And then there's my big Eximium. Well, my big Eximium, you can see that one's really doing well. Ever since I topped it, it's just been fluffing out. It's getting a lot thirstier now. So, and finally my pink Bertona tomato. Yeah, so here we go. I'm going to head upstairs in a few minutes here when my son wakes up, and I will see you on the flip side. Alright, part 2 here. My upstairs grow room, I also did an overhaul and repotted a whole bunch here. I'll let you see the overall view. Excuse the glare. And my new shelving units, which I hung by eye screws. And got all my smaller plants up there. So we'll start down here. That's my son. Say hi, Des. He just woke up, so he's not quite all with it yet. Okay, here's my purple UFOs, which I brought up here because they've been a little bit depressed lately because of the high humidity downstairs. I need to buy a dehumidifier because all the plants down there are, not all of them, but a lot of them are going. So here's my Chadwick cherry plant, which I potted up. My Ahi crystal. I want to show you this one got really big since last week. It's not really bushing out because I haven't topped it. But you'll see. My Jamaican hot chocolate hab, which I wanted to show you this. I saw this the other night. I was looking. Look at the roots. They're actually, some of them are coming out the bottom here. So I need to pot that up into its final pot soon. And there's the other one. Here's my orange manzano, finally starting to bounce back and put out new leaves. Looking like this one's going to make it. My ricotos, I'm not entirely sure about. And my Peruvian purples. The unknown from Dale Baker, which is really nice and bushy. I need to pot that one up, definitely. And my Cantina yellow, seems like it needs a drink. I'll get that in a minute here. Yellow bullets, a bit bigger than last week. Need to be potted up as well. And both my bishop's crowns here. And you can see the curling leaves. They're doing pretty well overall. You can see this. Here's where I topped it, right here. And so it's grown a good 4 inches since then. And the other one's bushing out really well too. This one's actually bushing out more so than this one, as opposed to getting as tall. Ahicitos. So you can see where I didn't top these ones yet, I don't think. Oh yes, I did. Right here. So this is another one that's grown like 4 to 6 inches since I topped them. And all along the middle ones here, I got my CGN 22184s, which are finally getting a decent size. Not bushing out all that much, but they're bushing out. I'll probably top them when they get a little bit taller here. And my Baccatum, as you can see, wow. I can't really get back there, so I'm going to be on the sidelines, so to speak. And my lemon drops. Hopefully they, especially a couple of these, this one in particular, you can see the leaves curling up. Since I amended all the soil with that doo-doo, it has a lot more calcium in it. So hopefully that'll result in some more luxuriant growth, less curling leaves. And here's my Nagabon, bigger than last week. And both my turtle's claws, which are ridiculous now. Absolutely astounding. Both my peach butts, and you can see this one just fluffed beyond belief. This one too is starting to catch up in size. You can see they're both about the same now. Not quite as much leaf growth on this one, but same general size, as you can tell. There's my white butt, number 1, 2, and 3. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's my Moruga, which was suffering from stunted growth because of the container it was in, so hopefully that'll bounce back and start growing a little faster now. Oh, there's my red 7s. And my white fatalities, which slowed their growth compared to the white butts actually, and they were in similar size containers. But they're all looking really healthy. I'd say that these plants upstairs are doing a lot better overall than the ones in the basement. And again, I think it's too much humidity. So on the shelf here, I got my red RBB gusanos, which will probably need to be potted up soon. And I got some room in the basement to do that with, take my strawberries out and whatnot. And my Tasmanian red, I'm starting to think maybe this is an annuum based on the way it's growing. It's really tall, and the leaves are an interesting shape, more like an annuum. But we'll see when I get the peppers from them. And my yellow-orange bird peppers are doing well. And this is my Congo orange fluffing out since I put it in its new home. You can see it's starting to throw out some new buds here on the nodes, on the apexes. And my Amazon is doing well. Cantina yellow 2 and 3. And then this one is, one of my Tobago seasonings. And then there's the other one, a little bit bigger since last week. My Pimenta Denades. This one's a bit taller. This is my unknown, doing well. And my other Nagabon, which is slow to go, but. And my C.Chinense, which this one suffered another little setback with too much watering. And my CGN 215 double O's. Slow growth, I think I'm going to pot them up into their final pots fairly soon. And the same thing with my Zaveries here, because they're getting big fast. So a lot of bushiness. So yeah, and there we are. It's a long video again, but had lots of stuff to showcase. So I'll see you next week.